Hi everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin is coming down. A couple of negative things here for Bitcoin is the fact that we're losing this 55 EMA in the monthly time frame. Okay, we've got multiple closes below that 55 on the monthly, and right now, we are dipping a toe inside this Gaussian channel on the monthly time frame. We've had 1-2 closes inside of it right now. So the fact that we've closed inside of there, it does usually indicate that you're at least on your way to the medium line of the Gaussian. So it would be that level there. The medium line, I'm going to give you that, because if there is a big market crash, okay, a big huge crash, I do think that is a really strong level of support at $14,910. Okay, but I want to reassure you that what Bitcoin's doing here is everything it's done before at the bottom. Okay, just here we've got multiple indicators stacking up telling us that is the bottom right now. Okay, and we reacted positively off that, coming up into resistance, failing to close above it, coming back to a key level support. Okay, and we're sort of coiling up. So there is a massive probability here that we are creating something called a short squeeze, where everyone is expecting continuation, but short squeeze is the power for something like that. Okay, so it could give a massive looking glass the fact that that we're caught between a key level resistance and right now key level support down there, those multiple levels of support, and we get some kind of short squeeze down here where we do pop and break. And if we do pop and break, it could be the power and the big thumbs up to that final fifth wave, which I've been going on about for so long. Okay, and a lot of people say I'm changing my narrative and things like that, but it is what it is. It's technical analysis, it's support and resistance. I've taught you that. Okay, the last line in the sand for this sort of analysis that I've been looking at, where we've got this impulsive wave, this corrective wave, this impulsive wave, this irregular corrective wave coming back down to support, the last leg in the sand, the last level, the last line in the sand, or the last level of support, that for that is that blue line. See Bitcoin coming down below the blue line, boom, it's game over. Okay, and at that point you can say, well, you've lost this high. Okay, you've lost this high. Your next level that you're looking for support is this low. And like I said to you, if you start to come down, you're losing the Gaussian, you're coming down, you're creating death crosses here, something historically Bitcoin's never done on the monthly time frame. It could pave the way to a huge multi-year bear market for Bitcoin. And I've always said that to you. Okay, so for me, it is the perfect position for a short squeeze. Now, there has been multiple short squeezes in history, but we could be actually setting up for one on crypto. Okay, and again, I've not got a crystal ball, but September is a notoriously bad month. Now, coupled with September, apparently this month we have got a release, the Mt. Gox coins, which was hacked 2013, I think, and over 130,000 coins are set to flood the market. So with that news, everyone is expecting some kind of big dump as well because of the sell-off, obviously. But is that again equally the sentiment for a really big short squeeze here? And it could pave the way for this massive impulsive wave for Bitcoin, this final fifth impulsive wave. So again, like I've always said to you, you could just wait for a certain scenario to play out, and all it is a break of this red trend line. Okay, so key support right now, everyone is getting super bearish, expecting lower prices. We're losing key levels of support, we're coming down, everything looks awful, everything looks terrible, a macro environment and things like that. But in actual fact, it could actually be the catalyst that we're looking for this huge break here for Bitcoin. And that's the truth of it. Okay, so again, I ain't got a crystal ball, but I think that what we're going through is a correction. We've got this huge impulsive wave, huge corrective wave, huge impulsive wave, and right now you're coming down in a huge corrective wave, which potentially is completed. Okay, and we're looking at some kind of catalyst for the final fifth wave, which will take us up. And the short squeeze here, and absolute despair. Nothing is ever too sort of directional with the way everyone thinks it's going to go. And this is another thing, you counter trend the herd. So the herd mentality here is that we are absolutely going to 14k, 10k, 9k, 3k, whatever. Okay, but it's absolutely the perfect place where you could experience a short squeeze, which would absolutely send Bitcoin into space here and crypto. Okay, so it's a possibility, and if I'm right, I've nailed the markets, haven't I? Okay, so anyway, that's Bitcoin. I hope you enjoyed that update. And I always say what I see. Obviously, I've told you this is the last level of support, and I've just made it up. I've been telling you this for a very long time. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. Right now, you're looking at a potential wave 5 off a short squeeze. Okay, now this wave 3, the very powerful wave 3, came off what everyone thought was going to continue, and again, everyone thinks we're going to continue here. Okay, so we are making history. We aren't, losing the 55. We are dipping our toe inside the Gaussian. If we do start to come down again, then the medium line here could be a really, really good area for a short squeeze at 14,910. And then obviously if we start to come down and we lose this blue line here, this is the last line in the sand. Okay, if we lose that, it's ultra bearish for Bitcoin. Okay, and we'd have to declare that it is in this huge bear market where I personally don't know where it's going to finish or end or whatever. Okay, so all I do is say what I see. At the previous end of this bear market here, I was telling family and friends, look, really good opportunity to buy Bitcoin. You're at historic levels. Everyone's expecting to go lower. You've met all the targets of a bear market. Now's a good time to load up. Okay, family and friends. And just here we rode up, came all the way up, and I said to family and friends were there as well, you really overextended from a 20 EMA. You've got to come in for support. We came in for support. We bounced up for 20. All my family and friends thought I was some kind of genius. Start to come back up, and then the black swan event right there, which is unforeseeable, and unpredictable. At that point, start to come back up, and all my family and friends were like, wow, and at this point as well, I had family and friends messaging me round about here, look, what's going on with the markets? That says everything's really overcooked. Think about taking some profit soon, because at this point you're going parabolic. Okay, you've got to come in for a correction down to the monthly or the weekly 20. And this is when I started taking the channel on and making videos for you, like around about March 2021. And my message was that you cooked. You've got to come in for a correction. And I was saying to people at the time, you've got bearish divergences, you've got rising wedges, you potentially got one last impulsive wave on the daily left, 1618, before you come in. And at that point, V-chain nailed the 28-cent top, XRP nailed the 196 top, and I said that you've got to come in for a correction. And that's exactly what we've been in since that point. Okay, we've come in for a correction, but in this instance, Bitcoin put in a regular high. So in my opinion, you're still inside of this correction, okay, which potentially is completed. If not, one last dip in the sand here before we get that short squeeze and the breakout in this final fifth wave of this potential bull market. And at this point, I held my hands up. I thought we was done here. This correction, we're going to come up, because at this point here, this is where we always experience the parabola, the mania, blow off top of a bull run for crypto and Bitcoin in history in the previous cycles. But this is why this cycle is completely different from there, okay, because this is a new cycle that Bitcoin's in my opinion. Okay, but anyway, nothing I say is financial advice, nothing I say is certain. It's just technical analysis. It's something I'm looking at. So we could potentially be looking at some kind of massive short squeeze for Bitcoin. But the absolute last, the line in the sand here, the last level of support is this blue line. Lose that, and this count is out the window basically for Bitcoin here. Okay, so if there was a big crash in the markets, I will actually be loading up on $14,910, because I think that's where you'll potentially bounce off the medium line of the Gaussian channel right there. Okay, but again, if you're just looking for a massive statement from Bitcoin, just wait for one thing, and it's a break of that red trend line down the line. Okay, take care everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. I hope you understand the update, and thank you for your support. Thank you for liking the content and your subscription on YouTube. Take care. Bye bye.